Hey little how you doing? We're up in the forest. Let's just turn that correct. We're up in the forest, a different forest this time. We're up in South Brule, which is kind of central. Is it central? We're just waiting for JCK's man to come out of the forest. So if you load on there, it's a rush hour. It's what's that? 8:30 now in the morning. It's the 3rd of July 2025 and we're at the South Brule Plantation. And Ewan is our loader today, but a Welsh chap. In fact, Ewan is a Welsh chap. We had a different Welsh chap the other day loading us. So this is a South Brule Plantation, and I'm not sure what you can see yet. We're up on the right hand side. We had a lot of trees, you can see a lot of the trees that fell here all through the forest, so they're raising them, chopping them down, and then they replant new ones. And if you look up on the right hand side when I do a spinny, you see all the new trees which are growing. So the next generation of trees is on the right hand side there. You can see how many trees have been blown down up here. There's hundreds and hundreds of them. So the machine here is doing a good job. Ewan. Here we go. We're going to do a bit of a spinny here now. Like a slow, long spinny. No dramas. Here we go. There we go. Ewan's gonna put me down there, is he? Go past them and get a beep on the old horn. Some machine, isn't it? See how agile it is. Look at that. Power in that machine there. Right, let's get this loaded. Get me high vis, all my PPE gear on, get this loaded, and hey presto, let's get on with it. Yeah, while Ewan's just filling that up, there's a house there in the middle of this forest. You wouldn't believe that. There's a lovely house there in the middle of this forest, which is excellent. Now if you look up there, you can see you can see what they cut down here, but you can see also the new ones coming through there, further up, which are, you know, on the way there now. And it doesn't take long for them to grow. So what's been cut down here, these will be all replenished in the next few months with new stuff, and then they'll start growing. But you can see how the next generation of trees are starting to come through. But I never ever knew that that little house was here, and it's just hidden away, like, you know. It's just hidden away. You can see how the trees have been felled here by the wind and that, and the roots, they really don't go very deep at all. It's surprising how shallow the roots are on some of these trees. Now some of these trees are 100 foot tall, and literally there's not much holding them into the ground, which is really quite interesting. Ewan's a good man in this buggy. Nice job. limestone. See how it squashes them down, so they're all compact. So while he gets out, I'll just get up past the trailer here. Beautiful job. Beautiful job. Yeah, so you can see up this end here now, you can see how the trees are being felled over there as well. There's quite a lot of them. So all these new ones here now all getting redone. And it's great to see, because that's the next generation of trees. And they're lucky in the Isle of Man, we've got so many forests and plantations on the island, which is beautiful. Lovely fresh air, lovely fresh air it is. So don't forget, come to the Isle of Man, come on holiday, come and say hello to me, and be nice to see the beautiful Isle of Man. There's something to do, whether the rain, sun, it makes no difference. There's always something to do. There's a beautiful museum, motor museum. Leave that for a rainy day up the north of the island. You spend all day in there. It's about 20 quid to get in, but it's worth every single penny. So get yourself up there. Right, I'll have to do some work in a minute, so we'll come back to you in a minute. Right, we're loaded. Let's get out of here. Let the next one in. We're nice and secure, all strapped, ready to go. The next truck should be down the bottom here, ready to come up. It should be Powell. I get his name wrong all the time. Good guy. In the Manx Independent Carriers man truck, there it is. I can see his flashy lights there. So it is what it is. So these are all heading now. We're going to head now to Ramsey, which is the port of Ramsey, and we'll get this unloaded. I think the boat goes set sail tomorrow, so I'll just get our seatbelts on and we'll make some hay here. What time are we on now? It's 5 to 9 in the morning. So let's get on here. Anything coming? Oh wow, nothing coming. Wow. There we go. So we'll make it. We're about 25 minutes away from, half an hour away from Ramsey. So we'll just take in what's happening here on the roads for a change, just to see what's happening here. En route. What a fucking asshole. What an asshole. Anyway, we've cleared the traffic there. I can just see one of my logs is sticking out a bit. It was sticking out a bit at the forest, so I knew I had to keep an eye on the bloody thing. But I'll probably just stop a bit if the road here and just tighten that a little bit tighter. It's not going to fall off. It can't fall off. There's too many things holding it in place. So it was like that when I left the forest. But I'm just seeing this, the strap, because he kind of resettle himself en route. By the time you bounce about on the Manx roads, which are horrendous in places, they kind of go a bit loose and they resettle, the logs settle. You just monitor it, like, you know. It's not too bad, to be honest. We're travelling around about 30 mile an hour here in this section. So it's not as if we're going mega fast or anything like that, because we got the maximum speed we can go is 40. This just happens to be in the 30 zone, so just take your time sort of thing. Bit of a negative camber here, the banks. Yeah, that's actually alright, that, to be honest. Lots of straps on them, they're not going anywhere apart from us to the port of Ramsey. So tell me what's happening on your planet. We've got this 18th century galleon ship in the port at the minute. It's a reproduction one, but if you look at it, you think it is from the 18th century. They've done such a good job on it. And you can get a walk around that ship if you like. I think it's 20 quid. It might be a little bit less than that, in fact. But it's there, isn't it? There to be seen, like, you know. Let's have a look at what our lights are looking like. Look at the tree there. A lot of these trees now, this time of year, have had another growth spurt. Will we get through there, Mike? Will we get through? Will we get through? Will we get through? I think we're going through. No matter what, we're going through. That's nice, isn't it? Oh, the strap has come off, so just stop here. Put that back on. 1 second. See how you learn your load. Those monitor these things, that's looks better now. So it settles in the forest, and on the Manx roads you get a lot of cambers, offset cambers, and they've got a lot of bumps in them, and it compresses the load, the straps compress the load. So you always have a secondary on it as well. The secondary, you make sure it's secure. But when we came over the rise there, it's obviously compressed it a little bit more, and sometimes you can go and you can do 10 loads and not touch it, and it's just, there's no issues, it just works perfect. And then there's other times when you'll have you have to stop 3 times in the 20 odd miles it takes to get to the port of Ramsey. So it is what it is, you just get used to it, like, you know. But the idea is just monitor your load. But you can see how rough these roads are. This is actually quite a good section, but it is really quite rough. Like, the roads are, the government people in charge of this island at the minute, and the last load, they used to, they've got this grand scheme which seems to go millions upon millions of pounds overspend, and it doesn't leave any money for the basic necessities of an island. Like, make sure people are in work, so get the boat fares cheaper, get more people here, expand the industry in that area. You know, get the roads, spend some money on the roads, get them at least half decent, not full of potholes, not full of everything. They're just everything but what they're meant to be. And this is the best road here on the island. This is the TT course, and yet you'll see in this route how rough it actually does get. Now this is one of the more better sections and you can see that's like a buck and bronco as well, and people can say, yeah, it's the TT course, so they maintain it really well. There you go. And
talk behind my back, whisper about me, how about that? Can't get enough, just like a drug. I guess I got a fan club. and feel
or flapping. This building right in front of us looks like a castle. Nice stone built. That used to be the Isle of Man Bank many years ago. Looks like a fortress, doesn't it? I think it just lies empty now. This is Kirkmichael. It gets quite narrow here, as you can see. The car doesn't leave you very much, just enough to squeeze through. Got to be careful on the right hand side because there's like a shop sign, like a chemist sign, and you can quite easily hit that with your mirrors if you're not careful. Mr. Tractor go through. Good man. Let's tractor that fence. Okay, you stopped and let me through. Okay. Let's get him. Four carries. Man, and there's tranny. Where do you go, my friends? Yeah, just chilling on you, my friend. He's just nobody's there, my friends. He's happy enough. Good man. He went back in. You can't see around the corner, so it's easy for me to flash. But then I could be sat there for 5 minutes. You know, because sometimes it's just after what 20 past 9 now.
No more talking about it. The way it is, the way it is. It's no mystery. There's no getting around it. When you're here, when you're here.
There's something on YouTube by Mark Higgins. Mark Higgins was an excellent rally car driver. And he done a lap of the TT course in a special Subaru, and you get to see the onboard camera footage of that Subaru.
Don't forget to remember.
So I'm going to wait. I'm going to get some logs from where I've just come from. So there's the onboard footage of the Mark Higgins Subaru lap of the TT course, and I think he does 130 mile an hour average, or around that type of thing. Now go on YouTube and have a look, put that in and get the full lap. Make sure you watch the full lap because it really is impressive. The new clutch bearing in it, release bearing, which is looking good, isn't she? Beautiful truck that. That is the dog's bollocks, I'm telling you. It really is, and it's funny, I was in 2 of the other Scanias in the week, just the basic Scanias, just normal Scanias, R450s, and they were bloody useless, not very good. PTO, get on here, up she goes. It shows you his heartbeat, so you can tell if he gets himself in a bit of a moment. It's the 30s all now, so there's the big cows in the field, they're big bulls. Have they got a dick? Yeah, the big bulls there in the field. There's your Gumba doing some flash. So maybe that's a little bit too sensitive, because I know the speedo on this is accurate based on all the other ones around the island. So that just is a little bit too sensitive. Over Blackbridge you go, check our stops again, nothing's moving, nothing's moved.
In a darkened sky, when you leave, don't forget
get down to a 30 now. Doing 30 exactly now. I've got a lozenge in my mouth. Wow, it's powerful. Sometimes I have to take them out because they're just too powerful. Wow, just really. I used to love Victory V's. I'm not sure if you get Victory V's these days. I must go and try and buy some of them Victory V's. Just to, haven't had them since my school days. And they were excellent. Take that out because that's really quite powerful. Just sit on the dash here in a minute. I'll come back to that later on. Now we're into the last section of TD course before we get to the port of Ramsey. And this is where the road surface goes downhill.
Don't wake.
The argument here is, now I'm not doing a jig here, this is the road surface. There is a little bits of section where they do their best to keep it right. Just like here now. But then, as you go around here, you'll start noticing the negative cambers. And you'll notice me hovering on the white line here, just beside the white line. Because the road deteriorates. The closer you get to the pavement, the more the road deteriorates. So kind of hovering up on the crown of the road here.
What we think, we become.
Now the TT guys, they reckon that it takes them a week of practice for their eyes to be able to focus in their head socket. And they get a lot of blurred vision down here because the road is that bad that eyeballs in their head, imagine the speed they're going over here, but their eyeballs can't focus because they're juddering about on the road surface that much. I find that quite, frightening in a way. If you imagine yourself, you're racing and you want to go fast, but your eyeballs are holding you back because you can't see, or they're blurred because of the amount of bumps that eyeballs have to deal with. And there's riders who love this section of road and they hate the smoother section from up on the mountain. Well, not hate it, dislike it. But some of them really like this motocross section here, where the surface is undulated and just bumpy. You see a white line here on the left hand side which is a cycle lane. They were putting the cycle lane in place. Even though the roads are really narrow, they thought, I know, let's waste some more money and we'll put a cycle lane in. And they're starting to wear off there now. You see it, you might see sections of it. So that was another waste of time and money, where they could have put the money into a bit more road surfacing somewhere. You see it on the left there now, the cycle lane they put in. Chap having a nice run. GCK man, good man. Good man is Mr. Pitman in the GCK DAF. Good operation that. Excavators, concrete, aggregates, excavator hire, dumper hire, all that type of stuff. think their number is 27,000. Don't quote me on that. And they're going in there, reversing in. Good man. They're coming this way doing the 3 points that they were. Right, we're into the outskirts of Ramsey now. So first up is Milltown. Section here is Milltown on the TT course. You see how they got all the spectator area here on the right hand side. The spectators to get a good view of the bikes coming through here. Then you get into quite a smoothish section. This is where a lot of the schools are. Left hand side. Built these little houses in the tree, little tree houses, two new ones there, but there's 3 here just before this bridge here on the left hand side, and they're actually dead smart. I said there's 3, there's only 2, so 2 or 3. 2 of them there. Why was I saying there's 3? Right. This is a fast section here of the TT course. Sweeping out the Schoolhouse Bend there. I'll probably call that the wrong bit of section, but it's very fast. Next week we've got the 700 road racing, 700 with mountain bike racing, Michael Dunlop, all the big riders here, big name riders, and you can get that now online for £9.99. I think it's £9.99. And if you go on the 700 website, you'll get the link to buy that. That's what that covers. Is that's all the behind the scenes. Get the onboard footage, get the cameras around the course, and you get all the racing, you get the commentary, and you get everything for £9.99. I'll just go around here, just pinch a bit. Oh, thank you, well, that's active now, thank you. Take a right here now, just cut the corner a bit because of that lady on the pavement there. Give her a bit more space. Child in the buggy. We're into the inner harbour now. The swing bridge is out of operation for cars. I think it's in operation for you're allowed to walk across it as a pedestrian. But it does work. I mean, it does swing open and closed for the boats to get in and out. That does work. But I don't think it's open for the cars. Just check here. Yeah, it's closed for the vehicle traffic. I know it's open for car. You're allowed to walk over and get to Munich Park then on the other side. So the port's waiting for us. Just got to go round the block. Make our way around to this where we exit there. So around here. Good man. Always doing some of the flower beds. Do a nice job on that, they do. That looks good. And then into the outer port area. Take a left here. There's a bridge getting refurbished. So the pier getting refurbished. Nice sandy beach, that. Maybe in the harbour. And here we go. Take that nonsense off. Make our way round. Take my sunglasses off. Make our way here. Boys are busy here. That's me. Now we've booked our load in, we'll get me thing on, we'll get out and get this load done.